try to flush out the suspected Al-Shabaab terrorists. We have a report that indicates that at least one suspected terrorist was arrested as he attempted to flee that scene. For more information on what is happening on the ground, our Alex Kubasu joins us on phone with more. Alex.
Thank you very much, Ann Kiguta in studio. Indeed, we've been here for the past 5 hours. And where we are standing right now is the control room, or rather where the whole coordination of how to rescue this situation is at. The Cabinet Secretary for Interior, retired Major General Joseph Nkaiseri, as well as the Education Minister, that is Professor James, or rather Jacob Kaimenyi, and the Inspector General of the Kenya Police Service, Boynet, are holed up in the police station here in Garissa, where they are trying to coordinate the rescue plan that would be able to rescue the unknown number of students and staff that are still under siege. Where we are standing is about a kilometer away from where the situation is, the siege is at, and we've been there a few minutes ago, and the operation is still going on. From afar, we could hear 1 or 2 gunshots, and the inspector, or rather like the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Joseph Nkaiseri, said earlier, out of the 815 total of students that are found in that institution, as well as 60 of the staff members found there, the government can now account for only 282 of them. That does not mean that the remainder of the student population as well as the staff is under siege, because a good number of them are also day scholars. So out of the about 550, the other remaining could be outside, which is they are day scholars. And I've been joined a few hours ago by my fellow reporter Sam Gituku, and he's gotten some insights about what is going on inside the campus, and here is his comment on what he has gathered since he arrived here earlier.
Well, indeed, Alex, as you said, as we arrived here, we got in touch with one of the students who is a member of the institution, and he has given us a text message, which I'm going to read an excerpt of what a lady friend is trying to communicate to him. So she says that, goodbye love, dead, nakufa wako kwa room yetu. Aki wametoka room yetu, wameua ma roommates, niko ndani ya hostel, mi siko fine, naweza kufa anytime. Then she says that I'm suffocating inside here. My roommates have been murdered already. Then she says naona kifo, kwani hawaleti watu wa kutuokoa hapa ndani. Then she goes on to say, sawa aki, you just pray for me. Kuna kilori kimekuja, sijui kinabomoa nini. So this is the experiences that she can be in a position to decipher from inside the hostel. She says that kwani KDF hawakuji. So this is the communication you've gotten from one of the students, saying that he has been in touch with the lady student who is still holed up inside one of the hostels. Of course, we cannot tell the name of that student for the sake of her security and the family, bearing in mind the sensitivity of this matter. At the same time, Kubasu, as we landed at the Garissa airstrip, we've been able to see the governor of this county, that is Nathif Jama, together with the governor of Tana River, that is Hussein Dado, who is also the security committee chairperson of the Council of Governors. So they have been at the airstrip, and they have met some of the students who are camping at that site. So about 120 or so, if I may estimate, some of the students who are there, some of them, they are so frustrated. You can see their faces. They are really agitated by what is happening. So the governors have said that this has to stop. It has to be given a resolution. So far we have also been able to learn and that apart from the military camp that is at the Garissa airstrip, and there is also students who are camping here at the police station, and the others are somewhere within town. So that is near the prison. So they are there trying to see if they can get some accommodation. But now the governor says that in a form of restoring what you may call sobriety, or rather trying to console the students who've been affected. They'll be trying to give them some accommodation and at least some food so that they can freshen up, bearing in mind that they are so traumatized. Of course, we have some exclusive pictures from what has been happening at that site. And even as we landed, Alex, we are also able to see some of the patients who have survived this attack. We saw some 5 patients who have some gunshot injuries on different parts of their body. So they were being ferried to the airstrip, and then they'll be flown to Nairobi for specialized attention. We spoke to some of the officers handling them from the Kenya Red Cross and other humanitarian organizations. So they're saying that their situation requires some more attention. So we're expecting that they'll be landing in Nairobi in a few minutes so that at least they can be given some specialized treatment.
Thank you very much, Sam. And also to bring our viewers the update, so far 15 of both students and staff, they haven't said their profile, have been confirmed dead. 56 are still undergoing treatment and recuperating at the Garissa Referral Hospital. And I also spoke to some of the students who survived. One has told me that at 5 a.m. when they were doing the Christian Union morning prayers is when one of the gunmen busted into the room that they were in, and they started shooting indiscriminately. The young man managed to escape through the window, but as he was escaping, he got a bullet wound, and he was among the first people to get there. We've also seen pictures of 2 police officers who have been carrying out a rescue from early morning, and the 2 of them, one had been shot on the chest and the other one on the leg. And yes, there's also another guard that also survived the attack. And indeed, this is coming with a stark comparison. Some have already compared it to the Westgate. Garissa has been experiencing grenade and 1 or 2 of those terrorist attacks, but this one is of a proportion that has never been experienced before. And maybe my colleague Sam Gituku could just comment on the fact that during Westgate there was the Inspector General David Kimayo, who has since stepped down, and also the former Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Olelenku. So it is a new set of leaders in the security team, but unfortunately this has occurred. Maybe could you comment on that, Sam?
Well, indeed, as you say, last time, that was in 2013 in September, you remember that attack at the Westgate. That was the beginning of turmoil in as far as you may consider the security threats are concerned in the country. And bearing in mind that the officers who are in charge of security at that time have already left office, I think this is the first kind of attack for the new team, that is Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Nkaiseri, Joseph Boynet, the Inspector General, as well as the officer in charge of the National Intelligence Service. So this is a kind of a test, but I think it has had some. It has been preceded by some activities that have been happening in this northeastern part of the country. For instance, recently there was an attack in Wajir. Remember, some people were killed, even in an arson attack. At the same time, there was an attack in Mandera. Even the governor Ali Roba saying that his life was actually in danger. One of the attacks, he said that it was an attempt on his life. So all along, the Interior Cabinet Secretary has been saying that this is mere banditry attack, saying that they were really on the ground and that they were in touch with the security situation. So this is some sort of an activity, or rather an event that discredits all that, but we are hoping that Joseph Nkaiseri will be telling us really what is happening, bearing in mind that he has been telling us that they are in touch with what is happening, and that they may not want to leak information about the strategies that they are putting in place, so that they do not give tricks to militiamen or other people we may call terrorists. But then again, these are questions that we will be asking to see really what is his response. But I think you had an opportunity to speak with the Interior Cabinet Secretary. How did he say about the attack and the nature?
Yeah, the Interior Cabinet Secretary, we spoke to him earlier. We shall be able to play the clip of him addressing the nation. But in a nutshell, he said the operation is ongoing, and indeed there is an elite team that has since been dispatched, and they've been trying to put off, or rather to subdue these terrorists. And of course, their work has been cut out now. This is really a test for them. And like the Cabinet Secretary in Joseph Nkaiseri said earlier, the threat of Al-Shabaab has been on for quite some time now, and one of the strategies they were putting in place is to build a terrorist wall from down from Kiunga up to Mandera in order to keep off the Al-Shabaab, because the borders are apparently too porous. They can just come in like the ones who came in at 4 a.m. and were able to attack. So he refused to comment on the security wall and the progress that is at, but we hope that after it's constructed maybe, and this situation should actually hasten that process in order to at least give the people of northern Kenya a sense of security. This coming on in the footstep of Peketoni attack, which was also another a bloodbath, then Westgate, and then now this one. So terrorist is a real threat, but the security officers are saying they are on top of things, and we shall wait until when the terrorists have been subdued, and we shall be able to keep our viewers with the latest from Garissa town. Back to you in studio.
Thank you very much. Alex Kubaso and Sam Gituku reporting for us live on location. They are at the makeshift, if you like, command and control center, where the cabinet secretaries for the Interior and Education are holed up in a meeting, including the Inspector General of Police. We will bring you more soon as we do know.